I came to Branson looking for a haunted house. The haunted house that I came to, Castle of Chaos, is actually not a haunted house. It's an on-ride shooting game located right next door to the Hollywood Wax Museum. So of course I'm gonna have to do the Wax Museum, why not? There's probably a haunted element in there. In fact, this is one of the largest wax museums I've ever seen. It's vast, but that is Branson attractions for you. As I look down the strip, there's just so many things that now I'm like, ooh, I gotta try that when I'm here next, or that when I'm here next. So it won't be long, that's for sure. Very friendly staff, so I'm looking forward to getting inside. Not really sure what to expect from the experience other than it's probably your standard wax museum. So let's go inside and check out what the Hollywood Wax Museum here in Branson is all about. You have some cool photo opportunities here as well, i.e. in this plane. You can kind of get a snap in because it's got a spot to take a picture. There's a lot to offer here in Branson. I feel bad, I'm really leaving town without doing a full complement of what we have on offer here, but that would take a couple of days anyway, and I'm only here for a day. And we are greeted by Sandra Bullock and Seth Rogen. Canadian to the right, American to the left. I'm in between. How inappropriate. If you don't like my commentary, you probably should just turn off now, as I generally don't look at the displays and try to guess who is who, and also impart a bit of knowledge in what I know about celebrities for the past and the present. So the present, you're probably not gonna, or I'm probably not gonna hit any or get any right, but for the old school ones, I certainly will. Jackie Chan, I'm already impressed a bit. I'd say Jackie Chan's looking a little bit more like Emerald here, but that is Audrey Hepburn. She also somewhat faithful. I've never seen Breakfast at Tiffany's, but it actually, outside of it being a film that most people think that they shouldn't watch, it's actually a really interesting premise for a film that I should check out. Oh, I accidentally looked at the sign, but that is Halle Berry. She's short. She's kind of scary. And she kind of looks like Kris Jenner, I'm not gonna lie. I'd say if they put Kris Jenner there, that would be more appropriate. Lucy Liu. Now that is a good impression of Lucy Liu. That is a older, or a younger Lucy Liu, sorry. Has to be Bruce Lee. I'm not so sure about putting Bruce Lee and Lucy Liu together. It seems kind of, maybe his son would have been more appropriate. Oh, the copyrighted music comes into play. This is a very good Eminem though, I'm gonna have to say. I'm impressed. Maybe it doesn't look so good face on, but I like the transitions in the music. It's following, no doubt, who this man is. That's actually a great wax figure. These wax figures are actually really good. I'm not even gonna, oh, really? 6'9", really? That's gotta be 6'9". That is hilarious. Oh no, I got that real wrong. All right, this is obviously Tupac. I would have gotten that right, no problem. However, that is Lil Wayne, apparently. I don't know if that looks like Lil Wayne. I think that's, obviously the teeth are accurate, and I don't know Lil Wayne's tats, so that's probably the dead giveaway about how much I pay attention to that kind of stuff. But hey, we're honest, right? Ooh, Lucille Ball is looking crazy with her bottle there. Is that formaldehyde? Is that, what do we got going there, Lucy? I'm not really sure. I watched that show when I was a kid, somewhat religiously. It wasn't on live when I was a kid, but yeah, reruns were a big thing. Bill Murray in his best Lost in Translation gear, it looks like. Or this might be one of those Wes Anderson outfits. He's wearing pajamas, which is, I'm not a huge Wes Anderson film fan, so yeah, I may not know the details. Chris Pratt, that is pretty good That's a good Chris Pratt. As you get closer, maybe not so much, but the snake is definitely very authentic. Representing of a bygone age, Mr. Hefner. Without question, lots of comfy shoes in this particular wax museum apartment complex. Just chillaxing. Of course, we have Oprah. And I must say, that is a pretty faithful Oprah. She's looking good and tall. Maybe it's the pumps. I could sit in that chair, but I don't feel like I want to be subjected to a hard-hitting Oprah interview. Mr. Chaplin, Mr. Tramp, and then John Wick has been watching us this entire time. It's an okay Keanu Reeves. Jean-Luc Picard, who awaits teleportation. A legend himself, Mr. Patrick Stewart. Unfortunately, our teleporters don't work so well. It looks like we're gonna need engineering. Engineering required. There's a lot of weird, like they have like these outfits. I guess they're, well, that makes sense. You can actually get into costume and get a picture, which is cool. Arnold, which I must say is the easiest of the wax figures to do because you only have to do half a face. And Robert Patrick right behind him, of course. One of the greatest, if not greatest, action movies of all time. We do not have the same these days. The films are just not the same. To segue to a film like Fast and the Furious and Mr. Paul Walker, who I don't know why he's here because I don't really consider him a celebrity on the caliber of the rest. Yes, it is tragic that he's no longer with us, but I've never seen a Paul Walker film, have you? Because I've never seen a Fast and the Furious film. Thus, I've never seen a film with Vin Diesel in it either, because The Nanny, yeah, that wasn't a film for me either. Triple X, didn't see it. Yeah, sorry Vin. Never really had an opportunity to check you out. Now we get to play our fun game of Can I Guess Everyone? Because it's going to get a little bit more complicated in this room. I'm going to say this is Nicki Minaj right off the start. It can't be anybody but Nicki Minaj. My countryman Justin Bieber, from not far down the road from where I live, he lives currently as well. At least when he's in my country. And we have this brilliant, brilliant room. I was not entirely sure whether or not $29.99 was worth it for this wax museum, but now that I'm here, I'm seeing the details and the quality of these figures. Ariana Grande. I'm not even gonna check, I'm doing 4 for 4. Now it gets a little harder. That is Miley Cyrus without question. The detailing on the skin is really good here too. I'm gonna have to say, these are quality wax figures. And now we have the final one I'm stumped by. Okay, this has gotta be her. All right, I looked because I thought it was Lady Gaga, but Lady Gaga ain't got no tattoos like that. Yeah, it's Cardi B. Now, you have to blame me for being a little confused because Cardi B has the same complexion as Miley Cyrus. Very weird. Who awaits us next? Oh, I'm gonna gap out on this guy because American Idol, Ryan Seacrest. Ryan Seacrest? Gotta be Ryan Seacrest. There really isn't actually a sign to say so. I think it's over there. Pink? For the record, if you're curious, Pink is the only current pop celebrity that I actually really like. I got time for Pink. Maybe I'll see her once in concert. I missed this year's concert, which was a spectacular. So that was Justin Timberlake apparently that we just passed, but you could have fooled me. This has got to be Katy Perry though, because there's only one person that gets away with these outfits. We arrive at level 2. I'm doing pretty well, and I think I got this room as I've been to the Comedy Cellar several times now. So I'm a huge fan of comedy. It may not come across in my commentaries, but I do my best. And the Ben Stiller show when I was a kid was one of the most influential shows for humor, personally, without question. In fact, I still remember a lot of those skits, including the the Jim Morrison dark ride, which I still to this day think should be a dark ride. Now, you want to say, you could easily say, is this Chris Tucker? But you know, it's not. It is Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's never made me laugh, though, so we won't spend any time. A gent who has made me laugh countless times, and we all wish would return to the comedy beat, Mr. Eddie Murphy. Followed by Mr. Adam Sandler. Never been to the Improv, however. Robin Williams. And of course, Will Ferrell. It's a nice suit. The Duke. Jamie Foxx. Looking a little better than he has in the past couple of months, that's for sure. Now this is going to be kind of ironic in a way. We have Mr. Willie Nelson, who I missed at Darien Lake earlier this year, and I wish I'd had my act together. And of course, the legend herself, Dolly. Why is it important? Because I'm going to your homeland as of the end of today. I'm on my way to Pigeon Forge tonight for 2 days at Dollywood. I'm very looking forward to. And of course, she's bookended by my favorite country music man of all, and for many, the man in black, Mr. Johnny Cash, a legend. I think I've only got one wrong so far, so I'm doing all right. But here's the one that I had to look at the sign because I knew I wasn't going to get this one. Sorry, I'm not that big of a current country fan, but we have Luke Bryan here. And then, of course, oddly, sitting in a room just to the right is Mr. Bob Marley. And if you want to geek out, here it is. You see all of the antiquated recording equipment. I'm probably one of the only people that would take a picture of this, but it's amazing. Dale Earnhardt Sr. I would have got that one. Who doesn't know who the Intimidator is? If you're a sports fan, you got to know the Intimidator. And that is him. Old Clint. Looking mean. Now, this is either an outlaw Josie Wales, Clint Eastwood, or the good, bad, and the ugly. But you could, if you put a little bit more gray on him, you could say it's an unforgiven Clint. He'll never forgive me for making fun of him, I guess. Will he ever forgive me? We enter the temple. Say Harrison. This definitely looks like a current Harrison Ford because he's lost a little flesh in his face, or a little weight in his face over the years. The icon that is Marilyn Monroe. Now you see what I'm saying when you have someone like Marilyn Monroe in this, and then some celebrities that you're like, interesting choice. Riri is here. Alright, I should have not said what I said about Pink because I do like Rihanna as well. I got time for Rihanna. Bruno Mars. His most famous song, is probably the one that irritates me the most in pop, but everything else that he performs I love. Ooh. And now, as promised, at the front, we venture into the dark area. A very effect. I honestly wish I could have one of these aliens on my front lawn. Maybe an egg on the porch. No question who we have here. Mr. Boris Karloff and the bride. I used to study these films in film school back in the day, and the James Whale Frankenstein films are literally masterpieces for a reason, and it's a reason why they're still here. Even though they keep trying to remake that film, there is only one. Looking forward to going to Universal's new Monsters area once it opens in 2025. We of course have Alien here. I would love to have one of these figures on my lawn in front of the house. I don't have a lawn, but it's wishful thinking, just to let people know what they're gonna have to deal with when they come inside. An egg on the porch would be nice too. And then of course we have Predator. There's Bela Lugosi. And more Karloff as Phantom of the Opera with Chucky and his bride. Ah, there's the mummy. And now we enter the lair. I hate to say it, and it's completely unrelated to this vlog. However, we did run into Michael Myers at a haunt event last past weekend, as you do at any haunt events really. And unfortunately I called him Jason the entire time. I don't think he liked it, because Jason is right here. We had to take a brief pause as people have caught up here, so but we're back. We're close to Texas. There's Leatherface. Because none of these people really have names other than the monsters, who they are. You rarely know who the actor is that portrays them. And of course Elvira. Now I hate to say it about Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, and her old film series, is that generally I would just watch Elvira do her intro and not watch the film, as I think a lot of people would have done. Oh, that's me. Oh dear. Jigsaw. I've also never seen a Saw movie. I like horror, but not that horror. I don't like seeing me on TV. I'll try to adjust the frame rate so you can see what I'm looking at here. But I do like the authentic cathode ray tubing old school TVs is what I'm talking about. Tube televisions. Yet again, I'm sure that the wax workers enjoy these particular figures. If they came to life right now, that would be very effective. Legend. A often forgotten Tom Cruise classic. The fact that this is here is reminding me that maybe I should watch Legend again, because it was a fantastical film. Jack Black, looking not really Jack Black like. Very Latino Jack Black. Connery, one of my favorite actors of all time. Here featured in one of my favorite movies actually of all time, The Hunt for Red October. Still an incredible, I love that film so much. This really is just reminding me to watch some of my favorite films. Prince, very authentic Prince. Michael is looking a little bit like, hard to place. His hair is pretty long, so I'm just gonna say that right off the bat. If his hair wasn't as long, I think he would actually look better, but I don't think that hair really is appropriate for how we really remember him. Freddie Mercury. He's got a pretty big face. I don't know what he's looking at either. Frank Sinatra. Ooh. Hi. Enough of that. We're gonna be driving by the home of the king on my road trip, or my road journey just after here. I have been there back in the day at Graceland, but that was a long, long time ago, before vlogs were even a thing. If this isn't, I was gonna say it was Brad Pitt, so I'm gonna take the loss on it, because it's Chris Hemsworth. Alright. So John Cena, is John Cena actually that built? Is he that jacked? Because he's pretty jacked. Mr. Tom Hanks. Michael B. Jordan gets his own little spot. A lot of paparazzo here for Mr. Jordan, considering that we have the legend himself, Jack Nicholson, and his Mars Attack garb. Interesting choice to say the least. Although I do enjoy it. He's a very good wax figure, very authentic. Mr. Ryan Gosling, I really don't have any time for, not been in any film that I've liked. I've not seen The Notebook, sorry. Julia Roberts as well. Also not my favorite celebrity, really. Still can't believe that she won that Academy Award for Erin Brockovich. But hey, I just feel that she was playing a snappy version of herself. So we have Matt Damon. And Hugh Jackman. All right, apparently they stole one of Johnny Depp's, maybe they're renting a Johnny Depp from Pirates of the Caribbean. There's certainly many wax Johnny Depps around these days. Leo, looking a little, nice chords. Looking a little non-Leo though. I don't know, something about those eyes just doesn't, in the hair. These are faithful renditions, however, of the Men in Black. Mr. Tommy Lee Jones and Mr. Will Smith. Will Smith's head is not in correct proportion. I'm not going to say much to him because he might just reach out and slap me. And we have reached the end, and the gentleman that's going to see us off is Mr. Bradley Cooper, encouraging us to have a libation and enjoy ourselves here in Branson. And then you exit.